So before we even think about building an AEO strategy for your brand or a website or a company, we actually need to understand what are all the new metrics that surfaced, because it's a new platform, it's a new tool, or let's say new tech. So the terms or the things that we measure are going to be completely different as well. And a lot of people are using different terms in this space. And the only thing is you have to be aligned with the vocabulary so that you come up with a clear strategy for this. So let's start with the first one, which is prompt. So as you all know, let's say in traditional SEO, we think in terms of keywords. It's similar to that when it comes to how you think. So instead of one word or a phrase, here it's more about a question, right? Like instead of short search phrases that people actually enter into Google, here it's more about a question that people are asking these chat platforms. So in answer engines, usually people do ask complete questions, or they ask detailed requests. When it comes to SEO, when you optimize for keywords, you're optimizing for a particular word or a phrase, right? Here it's more about optimizing for a complete question. So that's a prompt. A prompt will contain more nuances than a keyword because it includes a lot of information, so context, intent, and also some constraints as well. For example, instead of typing what is the best CRM out there, so if you think about SEO, then it's more about best CRM. That could be the keyword or a phrase that you would like to optimize. But here it's more about what is the best CRM for a, let's say, small B2B SaaS company with very low budget and maybe long sales cycle. This is a detailed question, which is a prompt that users might ask, which is very, very personal to them, right? So that is more of a richer input. That is the definition of a prompt. The second one is more, it's called mentions. So mention is more about the mention of your brand or a product. If you're running an e-commerce company or a shop, then the mention of this particular product, one or multiple products, or just the name of the company or just brand, that will appear in this AI generated answer. That matters a lot because even if there is no link, even if there is no clicks, I'll come to the zero click topic soon. But even if the user never clicks, the mention is there, so the brand visibility is already there. So your brand is now a part of the consideration set. Next one is citation. So citation, let's say, or a source is completely different. So a citation means that AI tool is actually used your content, or let's say another source discussing your brand as supporting material for this answer. So citations are very powerful here because they indicate a system found, or the system has found your content, which and thought that it's a bit useful enough to rely on and show it to the customer. That's why citations come into let's say citations play a major role in AEO. Next one is share of voice. So share of voice is all about how often your brand or a product or a website shows up across a prompt set or a topic, not a particular prompt, but an entire topic compared with the competitors. So it's similar to market share, but in the context of AI visibility. Next is the clickless search. So people are now talking about zero click search because in AEO it's not more about optimizing for a click, it's more about optimizing for visibility. And this clickless search or zero click search is when the user gets enough value from the answer that they don't need to actually click to visit the website. So this concept is one of the biggest reasons why AEO deserves its own strategy. So if we only measure traffic, we miss much of the influence happening inside AI interfaces because people are not going to directly click from these AI answers and go to their websites. People might search in Google later and then enter your websites, but the source is different, right? The source is coming from these AI platforms. Okay. Next one is a prompt library. So a prompt library is more about a list of prompts that you actually track. So for example, if you actually input a prompt, or if a user inputs a prompt, this is actually split into multiple prompts, and then the answer is collected for multiple prompts, and then it is synthesized to one particular answer. So it's not just like the AI platforms are not just getting answers for one particular prompt. They branch out into multiple prompts.